Hello, everyone, and welcome to the mini-series, Let's Talk About Love. 5 classes that give you each 5 tips for you to attract the emotionally healthy, evolved, and conscious love that you deserve. Tonight's class is all about finding love now. You're going to get tips that you can start right now after you hear this tape about how to go and find and meet amazing people. I'm Coach Riana Milne, and I'm pleased to be with you every step of the journey to help you find amazing love. If at any time I can help you or you have questions, just email me at rianamilne@gmail.com. Make sure you pull out the study guide and go along as the video does so that you can fill out the sheet. And when you're done the sheet in completion, just email it back to me to get the bonus handout for each module. Don't worry if your answers aren't quite correct. It's okay. I'm just interested that you put in the effort and that you're dedicated to the process of finding amazing love. And for that, I give you a bonus after each module. If you have any technical questions, you can email me or contact support at the Life and Love Training Academy. Okay, let's get going. I'm going to share my screen with you so you can see today's PowerPoint. Most people sign up for a program like this because they're really frustrated with dating. They put in a lot of effort and not getting any results. They're meeting only toxic people who seem not to have their life together. And they're tired of the disrespect that can happen in dating world, which is ghosting, breadcrumbs, snowballed, and other negative things that we'll be talking about in class 5. You don't have to worry. We're going to learn a lot of skills in this series that's going to make you more confident to get out there and date and have a good time with it. Tonight, in this class, you're going to discover 5 things you can do right now to find love, how to be more confident during the dating process, and tips to be more successful with dating in general. What type of single are you? Are you feeling frustrated, so you stop dating completely for now? Are you too busy or choosing not to date right now for some reason? If you are, that's perfectly okay. There's been many times in my life where I chose not to date if I was writing one of my books or if I was birthing a new business or a course, because I know that takes a lot of time and attention. And so does a relationship for it to be successful. So if you're consciously choosing not to date right now, that's an empowered choice. And this course is all about feeling confident and empowered when you choose to date and when you choose not to date. You might be item C, dating a lot, but not finding that special one and can't figure out why or where they are. Or you're with a partner right now, you're not sure it's working out, or you're dating one person pretty regularly, but you're not that thrilled. I would say, guys, in this program, we say we'd rather be single than settle. So if your intuition is telling you the partner you're with right now is not the one, then it's best that you get back out there and date so you're absolutely sure. The point is, wherever you are is perfect. No matter what stage of single that you are, you're in the right place to learn some great tips to date with confidence. You can be successful in your results for love because they come from the newest research in my dating to mating system and are more complex than most people really think. Chemistry is not the answer to falling in love. And this is the thing. This is how most people, especially in the US, are taught to fall in love through nursery rhymes, little bedtime stories, romance movies, and novels. We are told if we kiss the handsome prince, then we're going to go away happily ever after. Well, that's not quite reality. However, the messages still remain that you're supposed to be attracted to their looks and have a lot of fun, and that's the right partner. Well, dating successfully is a whole lot more than that, and you're going to learn a tip of the iceberg of what I cover in the dating to mating system. That system's 150 pages and 4 to 6 months long. So in the mini series, I can give you some of the top highlights of what my singles have come to me with over many years of being out there on their own and some of their most common difficult dating conflicts. That's what we're covering for you in this course. So you can empower yourself by getting the education that you need, and this helps take the fear out of dating, and then you'll know exactly whether you're attracting the right partner or the wrong partner. And you don't want to be with anyone if you feel they're the wrong partner. So let's talk about dating in general. How do you feel about it? These are some of the things that I hear all the time. These are the top words that I hear. I'm afraid to go out and date. There's a lot of creeps out there. Or, oh my God, dating, I hate it. Just a negative person around that, right? Just feeling really negative around it. Or, I've lost hope. I've given up. I'm not dating anymore. That's a common one. Dating? Nope, not for me. Don't feel like it. If I meet someone, if God wants me to, he'll put that person in front of me. Believe me, I've heard all the excuses. Dating? Forget about it. No way. I'm not doing it. I just like to hang out with my friends. So a lot of this is very fear-based and negative thinking, which the Mindset for Success does heal and change. That's also in the dating program. But a lot of people get very depressed about it because they feel rejected if someone they really like doesn't call them back, or they've had a first date and they thought it was amazing, then they never hear from this person anymore. They don't reach them or text them. So that leads to a lot of anxiety when they're going out on dates, almost to the point where you want someone so bad, it can come off really desperate. And we never want that to happen for you. Many people are concerned that they're going to die alone and that they're shy, they're out of practice, they might have been married 20 years and now they're getting back out to the dating game, and that's really scary for them. They just don't know where to start. So I get clients like that too. And the one I hear all the time is all the good ones are taken. Ugh, why even try? Well, because the number one need of human beings is being in love. It's about connection. It's about feeling loved and valued. So there is a great way to go date, and you're going to learn some of that science in this program. And no matter what your thoughts are, honestly, guys, it's not your fault because no one taught us proper dating skills. And I don't want you to worry because I do have the solution to dating with confidence. You're going to feel amazing when you start trying these tips. They're going to seem very easy for you. My research got to the bottom of why 9 out of 10 people suffer within their love relationships. And that led to me creating the dating to mating system. I went into where my singles are struggling, my couples are struggling by attracting the wrong partner that they married, and now they have a lot of conflicts in their marriage. So I took what was going on between playing out from the unhealed unconscious childhood wounds into their adult life and love relationships today. And we're going to touch on some of that, but mostly you're going to get tips here. In the Dating to Mating program, we go very deep dive into that. And that just takes more time and more one-on-one individual attention. So why did I study this? I needed to know why I was attracting toxic partners and was determined to find a solution, not only for myself, but for my clients. You know, I'm a human being too. Yes, I'm a psychotherapist over 20 years. Yes, I'm a certified life, love, dating coach. Yes, I'm a trauma professional, but still I'm a human who was out there in dating world. And I attracted 2 toxic persons. One, my first husband that I met very early in life. I married at age 21, but that's what college kids did back then. They married their college sweetheart. It was expected. I saw some problems early on, but he was my college boyfriend, and that's who you marry. And then after that, I married again. And unfortunately, that one, I did annul that marriage, but you'll hear some of that story as we go forward. In the meanwhile, I've helped thousands over 20 years to heal from past toxic dating or love relationships and help them move on with positivity about dating and attracting emotionally healthy love into their life. The bottom line is you really just have to know exactly what to do and what not to do. And that's all coming from research. I really knew that there had to be a better way to dating. There was something missing in the standard dating advice and self-help books that I was reading. And there are tons of them around my house. I mean, I easily read over 300 books to write my one book, Love Beyond Your Dreams, which is 400 pages. So my research was deep and wide. But I really started piecing a lot of the material together from my real life experience of working in schools with kids of trauma from kindergarten all the way through college, working in a hospital center with kids age 6 to 19 that were there. They were depressed, suicidal, anxious, runaways. They self-mutilated, very upset kids. teens in rehabs, women from the prison system. The bottom line was all the people I'd always worked with had some significant trauma in their life. And then the ones in my therapy practice, they didn't see it as trauma, but being teased relentlessly over time in 3 or 4 grades, or having a parent that died early. You know, they don't look at that as trauma. They look at that as something that just happened to them, right? So I pieced all this trauma and then how it came out in their adult love relationship. So it was so excited to find out there's definitely a psychological and emotional influence that you bring into each date. And understanding and knowing this and knowing how to work with this, that made all the difference in the world. It was a huge difference. Then more of the deep research on what it was, it came down to that childhood trauma that was unhealed that led to love trauma. And one person of trauma does attract another person of trauma. So initially, these relationships are very romantic, fun, passionate. A lot of attention is given to each other. But unfortunately, they ended up toxic in usually months 4 to 9 months or into a year. Usually when there's more of a commitment, like an engagement, moving in together, getting married, or having a child. This is when these relationships got more difficult. I created the programs for healing for both singles and couples and what we call the Mindset for Success system in life and love. Just a little bit about my background if you're not sure who I am. I am a certified and licensed RCI, Global Life, Love, and Relationship Coach. CCTP, a lot of people aren't aware of those initials, but I'm a certified clinical trauma professional. And that one is the mainstay of what I'm doing now. I've been an LPC, licensed professional counselor in New Jersey and in Florida. I'm an LMHC, licensed mental health counselor, and still an LCADC, licensed mental health and addictions counselor. Also in Florida, they call it a CAP, certified addictions professional. I'm the host of my podcast show, Lessons in Life and Love. And as of this taping, I'm 80 shows in. So that's a great free resource for you to have. My show comes out weekly on Fridays. I'm also the top successful dating coach on the TV docuseries Radical Dating, Finding Lasting Love Over 40, where my client Scott was the first one to have a date, the first one to be in an exclusive relationship, and the first and only one to marry. So our team was very successful. And I'm also a #1 best-selling author of my 2 books meant to go together. They're called sister books: Love Beyond Your Dreams, Break Free of Toxic Relationships to Have the Love You Deserve, and the 5-star sister book, Live Beyond Your Dreams, From Fear and Doubt to Personal Power, Purpose, and Success. So Live is all about the mindset for success, and Love is all about how to attract and have emotionally healthy relationships. That's the to-do and the not-to-do book. I've appeared on all the major news networks throughout my life. And one of my favorite stories was when ABC called me in around 9/11 to talk about how to process the trauma and shock of what happened to America. Of course, I was still in shock. I was running around getting money from the bank and food into my home to protect my own daughters. But when they called me, I looked down and I said, yes, I have a royal blue suit on. I'll be glad to come on and give some tips about how to process trauma. And that was such a great interview that I got called back 3 other times about processing trauma. And I was really thankful that I could be helpful during that time for my area to process 9/11. And that's when I lived in New Jersey, and there was a lot of people in our area that were impacted by friends and family being lost at the Trade Center. You'll be learning from my research in love trauma. Too many people were struggling to find and keep love when I was working with them, whether in my Therapy by the Sea center or in the schools or in the hospitals, in the rehab centers. It was seemed like toxic love was a real spiral for many people. And when I did the studies between the real life people I worked with and the research from the psychological journals, it was evident there was a real connection between unhealed, unconscious childhood trauma and love relationship trauma. My clients and I needed this information to heal from our past trauma that we experienced and to learn how to make our relationships today successful. Obviously, there's a lot of dating relationship advice out there, but none got to the deeper issues and the root of the problems. And that's what I was determined to do. And it's all about unconscious behavioral trauma and patterns that had come from when you were a young child. Just like all of us, we thought our childhood was pretty normal. I wasn't even aware what I was doing wrong in my relationships. I really thought I was a great partner, and I was. I was honorable, loving, fun, kind, supportive, but I still attracted toxic people. And you're going to learn the type of personality type that toxic people go after. And unfortunately, I fit in that group of people that are kind-hearted, loving, and helpful people. I was at that point in my life where you don't know what you don't know, which is very frustrating. And I was determined to get those answers. Here's my client, Scott, from the Radical Dating Show. And he's there, after 3 months of filming Radical Dating, I'm a different person. I owe all my positive changes to Riana. I was in a relationship for over 6 years, and then my partner died in a car accident. I dated one person in the last 6 years, and that did not turn out very well. I had a few issues that I needed to deal with if I was ever going to be able to have a healthy, long-lasting relationship with anyone. I had a fear of abandonment from childhood and mother issues, did not trust, made humor a mechanism of dealing with any issue, was a negative person, was not happy, and the list goes on. I needed not only a personality adjustment, but I needed a wake-up call. I am now happily married, thanks to Riana. Yes, Scott was a real handful. There's no doubt about it. But we did a lot of work behind the scenes, he and I had to get special permission to do my type of work with Scott because I knew he needed my system. And the Radical Dating system was great, but it didn't get to the deep core issues and trauma work that Scott needed to heal. What I suspected was right. Once he was able to heal that and move forward, he was easily able to attract and have love in his life. You're going to learn the real solutions to make dating easier and more enjoyable, to take the frustration and anxiety out of dating, and to start getting positive results when you're dating, even starting right away after tonight's first class. It's important that you believe in the dream of love. Don't give up on that. You're going to get this. You really will. I mean, and how will you feel and what would you do with that ideal, emotionally healthy, evolved, and conscious love relationship? You really can have this too, no matter your age, if you're straight, LGBT, man, woman, it doesn't matter. Childhood trauma has no prejudice, right? It really does impact 9 out of 10 of us. Once you understand the correlations, you will be more successful in love. But as I said, the dating to mating system goes very deep dive into that. The mini series is about giving you tips for dating that you can start right away. But the first decision you must make is to decide to have the love that you deserve. Once you decide that, then you will not settle for less. Are you really ready to start creating the life you desire and learn what to do when it comes to dating and love? I'm asking for a real dedication to do this entire program. And at the end of it is the opportunity to meet with me for 1 hour for your life and love transformation discovery session that's included with this course. That's when we're going to do the deep dive into your childhood trauma piece. However, you can get started to date with these skills you'll learn. This 5-class series is a part of the dating to mating system. Just to know what this piece is from, D is decide you want love in your life and get educated. So you are starting already to get educated. Very important. A is awake to awareness of what has been holding you back from attracting emotionally healthy love. What has it been? So these skills will help you to get started. T is take time to heal from past childhood or love trauma and transform with the mindset for success philosophy. If you want to move on to a dating to mating program after this, you'll get some information throughout this program. But ideally, the next step is after we meet one-on-one for 1 hour, if you're interested, I would explain the programs that are available to you at that time. Infuse yourself with spiritual skills that make you positive, calm, confident, proactive, and feeling terrific. Yes, a sense of spirituality is really important to build trust, to have faith, and to give you the gut factor to get out there and be confident with dating. Never settle is N. Know what to do and not to do when it comes to partner selection and dating. And G, you want to get the exact dating and relationship skills you need to attract and keep emotionally healthy and conscious love. These tips are coming from modules 4 and 5 in the online program and modules 8, 9, and 10 from the VIP Diamond and Platinum programs. Class 1, Step 1, review where you are right now. The happier you are in your life, the more ready and able you are attracted to receive love. That's because aura is real. People feel your energy. They feel if you're a happy and up, fun person, or they feel if you're negative, worried, anxious, and depressed. So it's very important that you get your state of mind, your aura, and your energy in a very positive way. Are you really ready for a relationship? You have to examine all your life areas to become a successful single first. We look at finances, your relationship with your friends, your family, your children, your career. Are you happy there? Are you earning the money that you feel you deserve? How is your weight and image? Anything you want to change there? I mean, we look at everything in that pie of life and make sure you become a successful single first. Don't be around negativity, and you want to make sure you monitor how negative you are. You don't want to be judgmental. You don't want to be negative when you're out on your date. Negativity is a real habit. It's a habit our people break in the 4 and 6 month programs. You want to be sure you're healing from all past childhood and love trauma before trying to date. Forgive your partners from the past and have gratitude for the love that you did experience with them at one time. Obviously, there had to be some love there. Try to remember the good parts and forgive the rest. If you're holding anger and resentment in your heart and in your body and your psyche, people will feel that. You've got to be sure to heal any past love trauma before you're out there dating to attract someone really wonderful. You need to open your heart and mind to receive new love spiritually. Very important. Tip and step 2, reach out to your support community. You want to surround yourself with positive people who are kind and helpful, and attend your spiritual services. Why? Because those people are generally upbeat and happy people. You don't want to meet a miserable partner. Find a service that you relate to. It could be a service held by the ocean, or a church or temple, or a yoga place that has also spiritual guided meditation. Whatever you resonate with, find something, because these are the types of people that you hope to attract. Other kind, loving, and helpful people. Avoid those who hate dating and wrap you up in their negative pity party, yet they want to hang out with you. I see this a lot with girls. If you go out and you say, I'll get my 2 or 3 girlfriends with me, if 2 of them are bitching and moaning all the time about, oh, nobody's here, all the good ones are taken, we're not meeting anyone, let's keep going here, going there, and they want to go to 10, 15 places to find someone cute to talk to, these people will drag you down and make you miserable. Do not go out on dates with them. If they are your friends, have a lunch with them. But sometimes, and I have found this to be true for myself, going out by yourself, you can meet a lot of people that way, okay? You just have to say hello, and that is one of our first tips. Just say hello. It works beautifully. Smile. Be approachable. Be fun. Don't be sitting there miserable or just your face in your phone like you don't want to be bothered. Okay, if you have to, talk to the bartender, talk to the person to the right or the left of you. Say hello to people. Okay, don't be out with negative people. It really makes you look bad if you met someone nice and your girlfriend's sitting there negative. The guy would think, oh, these girls aren't very fun. This one seems nice, but her friend is a mess. So you're affiliating with that, and you don't want to do that when it comes to dating. Put yourself where the action is on the weekends. Find out ahead of time. By Tuesday or Wednesday, you should have your plan of what you're doing Friday night, Saturday day, Saturday night, Sunday day, and maybe Sunday late afternoon. Definitely plan your schedule. Go to art shows, car shows, beach activities, free concerts, art events, anything that's going on in your community. Go hear a band at a cool outside tiki bar. You know, if it's summer, I live in Florida, so I have summer year round, which I love. So there's always a ton of activities in Florida, but this is where you meet other people that are looking to meet people. Okay, keep in mind, usually Friday night is still singles night. It was when I was a teenager in my 20s, and Saturday night is usually couples night. So if you're going to stay in one night, stay in Saturday night and get yourself out there to a Friday happy hour and start to meet some people. 4, create a social club, a meetup, or become active in one. There's all kinds of meetups in every community. So find 3 or 4 that you're dedicated to trying a couple of times and see what you think of them. A social club is also fun too. See how you can get active. If you're a business entrepreneur, go to 2 or 3 networking group. That way you're also meeting other business people. And that would be amazing if you met another entrepreneur. Tell your friends you're looking to meet someone special. Always tell everyone. I have met really wonderful people just by saying, hey, if you know anyone that would like to meet me, you know me well, please give me a call and introduce me. It's fun to have a blind date. Why not? If there's anything you're learning in this class, it's to go for it. 3, get involved. Don't sit home hoping for love. Too many singles are doing this. Attend your community events during the day and the evenings, whether it's a special event, you might have to buy a ticket for something. If it's a charity event, try to be diversified in the events that you attend. Create your ideal life right now and live it. Meeting someone as you do the things you already love is the best way to meet someone. So if you love golf, be golfing at a very busy time where a lot of men golf. If you love car shows like I do, guess what? When you're a woman going to a car show, you're 1 out of 10 that are women. So there's tons of men to meet at car shows. Find where the men go. Live sports is another one. Go with a girlfriend. That's fun. To a live sporting event, boating event, something like that. Attend business and other networking groups, art shows, theater, where you meet like-minded people and look smashing. Yes, it's true. There's the 5-second rule to dating. Very often, men will go ahead of time, sit at a bar, and wait for you to walk into the bar. Within that 5 seconds of seeing you at the door to when you've approached them, they've decided, wow, I like her, or she's okay, even before you open your mouth. Now, this unfortunately is very sad. People do this based on chemistry. Okay, but most human beings are not taught how to be evolved and consciously aware, but you are. So using this and knowing that this is happening, we use the psychology that accepts it. Okay, there's going to be a 5-second rule. So you're going to look great. Your hair and makeup will be done. You're going to be smiling. You're going to have high energy. You're going to just, be wonderful company. Okay, so we are working with that rule. Every human does. And you probably judge also within 5 minutes whether you like that date in front of you or not. So be smashing. Men, do shower, have your shirts pressed, wear nice slacks, dress shoes. Don't show up in sneakers and shorts. I don't care how hot it is. If you need to wear a short sleeve shirt that's linen, something classy. Have your hair styled, smell nice, have some cologne on, make sure your nails look clean, wear a great watch, look styled, okay? Really important. And also usually the more successful the woman, the more she likes style in her man, just like the successful man likes a stylish woman. Be friendly to everyone you meet. They just may be the perfect person for you or have the perfect friend. And I arranged 7 marriages as I had this singles group in Atlantic City called Atlantic City Successful Singles Networking Group by the C Singles. And just introducing people who I thought would get along, I introduced 7 marriages, and one being one of my very close friends. So that was great. Tip 4, join 3 online dating communities and be active. It's very important that you select the right platforms. And when you're in the DTM, Dating to Mating program, I do advise you which are the best for you. You do want to be dating 3 to 4 times a week to find success in dating. So something midweek, something Friday night, maybe Saturday day, Saturday night, or Sunday. Sounds like a lot, but if you really want a partner, that's the time and energy you have to put into it. You have to know the online do's and don'ts. That is next week's lesson. So I know you'll enjoy that. You want to know the online do's and don'ts, and that's your next lesson. You'll be getting all of those. You have to write an excellent profile, and remember, the pictures are everything. I do show you some example of my pictures in the next class, so that will give you some idea. In DTM, I do help write an excellent profile for you. I'm an author, and I know the science behind online dating and profiles. It's really important that you keep all negativity out of it, and there's a certain way to write a profile to help you attract amazing love. And remember, online dating is only one strategy to meet many people. Don't become dependent on this tool. You want to live a rich, full life, because many are addicted to the computer and only try to date through online dating or social media, and they end up having a very sad and lonely life. So break any dependency from the computers now. People really busy living their life and out there at many events don't usually use online dating all that much. It is just one tool. For women, I highly suggest Bumble. It's a nice, quick tool to use, and you are in charge to say yes or no to start the conversation. So I like that. Also, Match has a very high success level of people meeting and marrying. And POF, although you get a lot of people that aren't appropriate, there's also a lot of people that are doctors, engineers, quite intelligent people on there as well. And it just has sheer numbers because it's free. So that could be a good dating profile platform for you as well. But I also look if you have a specialty area. For example, one of my DTM clients is an amazing musician and a singer. And I made her go on a dating app for people into music. And she actually found her partner there. And there is somebody I had that was really into motorcycles. A woman had her own bike. She loved touring. She really wanted someone that had a motorcycle. So she went on a motorcycle dating app and met her guy. So if you have something in particular that's special, then you should really date on that app as well. Tip and step 5, take massive action. Prepare ahead of time your events for the weekend. Like I said, make sure you have something going on and don't talk yourself out of it. Don't get lazy. Make sure you go, even if you're by yourself. Like I said, your success of meeting someone will spike very high when you're by yourself versus being with a girlfriend or a bunch of girls. Same in reverse with the guys. You meeting a nice girl will increase if you're out there alone versus being out with your buddies that may say something rude or inappropriate about you as well. Remember the program, just say hello. Do it. You will find out that this works. In one of my classes for Atlantic City singles, there's about 25 in attendance. I had a woman, Lorraine, 73 years old, and she listened to all of this part of this lecture. And she goes, I'm going to do this, Riana. So she went out, she started saying hello to everyone. She dressed sharp wherever she went. She made sure her energy was up and positive with no negativity. And she came back 2 weeks later. She says, if anyone's not doing what Riana says, you're absolutely out of your minds. This works. I've had 4 dates. All of them had a second date already. A couple of them, I'm on my 3rd dates coming up. And now I just have to choose which one I like the best. She was a real hoot. She was great. So if she can do it at 5'1" and 73 years old, you guys can do it too. Trust me. Continue to learn and grow so you have something to talk about. Be a great conversationalist. Please don't be boring. Make sure you're watching documentaries, you're reading books, you're watching cool movies, you're in tune with your community, news, and activities. Have something to talk about. Also, if you travel, that's a great way to talk about where you've been and what was exciting about that area, how the people are, how they live, what their art history is. That's one of my favorite things to do. And I absolutely love talking travel with people. Do what you need to look and feel great. Men are visual creatures, and so are successful women. We have talked about this. Single world is competitive. So do what you need to have the edge when it comes to dating. Ask yourself, what do you need to do differently? It takes a solid plan of massive action to change your life, right? And we want to change your success in dating. So make a massive plan. From the 5 tips that I gave you, what are you going to try first, second, third, and fourth? Make that massive plan. What are you going to do differently this weekend? Don't go to the same old places if you see the same old people. Try different places. Then let's get deeper with this. What emotional triggers do you need to address and overcome? Do you have anger issues? Are you impatient? Are you judgmental? Are you quick and not so kind, not so patient? We have to look at everything that we want to change up, right? Because you can't change what you don't know, acknowledge, or understand. So we want to make a list of what those might be that you want to start working on and be in full conscious awareness of them. What childhood traumas have caused some fear-based or negative thinking or habitual patterns that could be hurting your success in dating and love? If you have not done it yet, make sure you do the childhood trauma checklist. You can find that for free on my website under quizzes. While you're there, do all the other tests as well. Now, I get a copy of those and I'll see them and I'll put them in your file. And when we have your 1-hour Life and Love Transformation Discovery session at the end of this program, I will have these tests put aside for you and we'll be discussing them. What love trauma with past partners could still be in your emotional psyche? Trauma does stay stored in the unconscious mind, the body, and the brain cells. There is a lot of healing to do if you've been through abusive relationships, you've been a victim of narcissistic abuse, been in a toxic long-term abusive marriage. This all takes some deep working with me that you would do in the DTM system. Are you ready for love? Because I can help you. I can offer some possible solutions. Again, this was a class held for a group of people and it's made into this mini class now. So I won't be going into all the things in this side of the program. Instead, I will just save it to talk to you in person when I get to meet you face to face and live. I do want you to have love too. I want you to have this by whatever target date you want. The beta class for this, they were aiming to have love by Valentine's Day, and they definitely wanted love in 2020. So this is what we were aiming for with the first group of class that took this mini series. Again, you had just learned a little bit from the Dating to Mating Success System for Singles that I described to you before. And the mini series is coming out of modules 4 and 5 for the online school and 8, 9, and 10 for the VIP programs. It is a whole different approach to being successful in dating and relationships. There's a psychological, spiritual, and emotional component to dating and attracting emotionally healthy, conscious, and evolved love to your life. Now, evolved means being your highest and your best self. Conscious means you are always aware of what you do, what you say, what you write, you look before you text. There's no impulse. You're always asking the spiritual question, is this good for me and for everyone else? Is it for the good of all? That's what living conscious is. And emotionally healthy is you have no childhood traumas getting in your way anymore. There's no jealousy, no control, no blurting out, no resentment, no impatience, anger, any of the other toxic stuff that we would look at. You're peaceful, you're calm, you're happy, your aura is amazing, you're spiritually grounded, you love life, you've got a great relationship with every significant person in your life, your friends, your children, your parents, any other partners that you might have dated. There's no anger or resentment there, because you'll get the crucial psychological and emotional dating skills that no one has ever taught us as we move forward. It begins with understanding, then healing our past, forgiving and transforming through any emotional triggers and unconscious sabotaging behaviors that we need to stop, and then using the critical skills needed to be confident and truly educated about dating. This is a psychological and conscious approach to dating, love, and happiness. I'm going to go in a little bit about the program just to give you the overall umbrella so you know what you're getting the information from that might make more sense to you. In the notebooks, Module 1 is called Awake to Awareness. You discover if past childhood or love trauma is standing in your way, how to use the mindset for success to forgive, heal, and rewrite the story that trauma might have had an impact on you. You convert any emotional triggers that are sabotaging you consciously or unconsciously. You celebrate your emotional assets that you do have and make those even stronger. And you start making your unconscious feelings and behavioral patterns conscious with various psychological techniques. Karen, for example, came to me with many traumatic events that happened in her life. And she was always anxious, often depressed and angry, but not really knowing why. She suffered from low self-esteem and several no-fault abandonments. She wanted love in the worst way, and she kept sabotaging every relationship. Karen writes, at 36, my world was spiraling out of control. I thought I wasn't good enough and people in life would be better without me. I didn't know how to love myself. When I was 14, I lost my dad. At 28, my sister, and at 35, lost my mom. All the people that loved me left me. I never really learned how to deal with all the loss, and I had a few not so good relationships. I was full of anger and rage. Riana uses an approach to focus on purpose, desire, and goals, and provides a wealth of encouragement and motivation. She helped me heal, accept, and love myself, and met my wonderful partner, Raj. Now, I was so blessed to do the ceremony for Karen and Raj, who is now together over 10 years. So this program, I have many people that have been in their relationships. I've been starting this program since 2006, and it has really, really worked and tested over time, which is great. Okay, Module 2, Personal Transformation, is all about reaching personal success with focused and consistent goal setting in all life areas. You'll be creating a new life vision and personal goals for growth, finding the motivation to change, staying calm during difficult transitions, and we will be challenged. There will be difficult transitions. What keeps one person super calm and the other one highly anxious, depressed, worried, freaked out? The mindset for success. That's what it is. And meditation for stress reduction and balance in life. So this is, we're going to get deeper into the whole spirituality, the mindset work, to help you really start being focused on the life that you do want to create, and then moving forward after that into the love section. And I'm giving you this interview just in case you might want to move forward for dating to mating. But keep in mind that you are getting some of the top dating skills in my program. But the thing that we can't go deep into is the psychological component that I'm describing now. So just instead of saying there's a psychological component, I'm explaining it to you, and you're seeing real world examples of how this works for people to find love. 18 months ago, I was struggling, lost, and helpless. Riana's supportive coaching technique led me to find myself and to make positive lifestyle changes after a difficult divorce. Because of her incredible insight into life issues and her ability to express direction in her coaching program, I gained the strength I needed to move forward and feel amazing. Today, I am stronger, happier, and love myself more than I ever have. I've been in a wonderful, emotionally healthy, and evolved relationship and knew exactly what to do to attract this type of love into my life. And they are 12 years together. Learning this information as a system takes 4 to 6 months. And if at any time you want to talk to me about getting involved with dating to mating, just email me, rianamilne@gmail.com for sure. And I'll be glad to talk to you more about it. We can get you started in this too. Module 3 is this conscious and spiritual mindfulness. We're going even deeper, increasing self-esteem, confidence, positivity for happiness and passion in life. This is where we actually create the aura piece of really being able to understand what conscious awareness is. By the time my people get up to module 3, they're about 2.5 months in. We have really taken care of a lot of the negative thought patterns, and sabotaging behaviors, and they're now thinking more consciously aware, and they're getting deeper into their spirituality and faith in themselves and feeling more empowered. So why spirituality is essential to healing and feeling your best, changing negative thoughts into positive ones, finding the good from the bad, forgiving the past, choices and actions that lead to your success, achieving boundaries in life and in your love relationships. We're still working with love and dating, but we're really working on this self on the first 3 out of 5 modules in the online school. Okay? You're in the online school, but just not dating to mating. You're in the online school for the mini series. Okay. Module 4 is deep dive into dating. Module 4 and 5 are the thickest components online. There's a lot to teach. You're just getting, again, just a little bit of the system in this program. To define exactly what is the soulmate that you're looking for and how to attract that person. We're going to define your new requirements, wants, and needs for your ideal relationship. Change relationship patterns like codependency, love addiction, being obsessed, control, or jealous. Any people pleasing you're doing, we have to stop all of that. How to be a conscious dater, to know exactly what to do to attract an emotionally healthy, evolved love, and how to flirt well. Now, you have a class on that, right? So you're going to learn a lot about that. Online dating techniques, you have that class, avoiding the dating trap. So you're going to get all of those in this mini series. So you're going to learn a lot of great stuff. Mark, what a great example here for my guys. I just came to the end of a 3-year relationship and I was overcome with feelings of misery and loss. I began to realize that I had allowed myself to remain in a toxic relationship far too long. My ex had slowly eroded my self-confidence and clouded my ability to see my value as a partner and a person. By using the positive mindset for success tools, setting goals, and taking meaningful steps to achieve those goals, I built my self-esteem and moved on from the painful breakup. My appearance, finances, work, and family relationships all improved. I did find new love with a woman who's beautiful, charming, witty, and kind. He's been married 5 years, and he flew me up from Florida to officiate his wedding, which was really amazing. We were all in tears. And he says his life took a 180-degree turn in just a few short months. So it was really quite rewarding being a part of these people's lives to begin with, to watch the transformation happen, and then to end up with these amazing partners and to be part of the marriage, you know, as their officiant. It was really cool. Okay, module 5, success in life and love, establishing an emotionally healthy, evolved, and conscious relationship. 10 things to do right now to find your perfect partner. Your dating and attraction plan and venues for successful dating. We go really deep into that. Conscious dating competencies, social and dating skills, effective communication rules to get through difficult issues with your partner, tips for better quality and a passionate sex life. So now that you're seeing the whole overall program and you know you're getting a piece of this, it's really quite an amazing program. And again, if you ever have questions, just email me. This works for men, women, younger, older, like I said, straight, LGBTQ. And Johnny came to me after a marriage, and he went out dating Mr. Casanova and ended up with so many toxic people. So he couldn't understand why he was attracting so many toxic people into his life. And then he got anxious and depressed. Riana was an essential part of helping me to love myself and to rebound after a very difficult divorce. I was dating the wrong type of woman and ended up anxious and depressed. After 5 years of trying to move on for myself and my kids, I reached out to Riana. Today, my life is totally different. It's wonderful to see my kids happy and successful, and I have an amazing woman in my life. Riana's coaching was well worth the investment I made to finally feel so fantastic and confident about my life and myself. He got engaged and they've been together 6 years now. So this is an approach to dating that really works. It gives you the psychology and emotional edge in dating. In love relationship, it's what makes my coaching programs one of a kind and very successful. Again, my quote is, you can't change what you don't know or understand. So we start at the root of the issues to heal and transform them. You learn the mindset for success for all life areas, set a solid plan to create the life you desire, and then get out there and dating with confidence and a positive attitude. You learn the exact skills you need to win at the game of love. And you're learning a lot of those skills in this mini series. So I'm anxious for you to see all 5 of those classes and put those skills to use for yourself. I use psychological, spiritual, and motivational techniques to increase your self-esteem and positivity in your emotional health and mindset, leading to dating confidently and successfully. And somebody told me this quote after they took my program, and I loved it. They said, "This program is for smart, successful people who've been let down in love and swear it will never happen again." And I love that. Believe in the dream. It's time for you to have that emotionally healthy, evolved, and conscious love relationship too. That concludes class 1, Finding Love Now. I hope you got some great tips and understand the program that this mini series has come from. If you have any questions, just email me or call me at 201-281-7887. Make sure you complete your study guide and then email that to me so I can turn around and give you your bonus handout. When you've completed the study guide and sent that to me, go ahead and move on to Module 2, 5 Tips to Success with Online Dating.